As we all know, with the release of new characters comes an opportunity to create a new meta-defining team. And over the past few days, I've been cooped up in my lab, running the numbers, doing things with beakers in my super official laboratory. And the team I'm about to show you, oh, it changes everything. Something you've never seen before. So without further ado, let me introduce the cast of characters that will blow your mind. So the team consists of Eula, Fischl, Rosaria, and Diona. And then we take our Fischl and replace her with YAE MIKO. I know, stunning brain power went into designing this team. Yeah, eye-opening, I know. Anyways, as we make our way past the absolutely astonished and dumbfounded crowd, let's carry on with the Abyss run, yeah? First half, we have our Raiden National, and then second, we're bringing along the Eula YAE MIKO team. Unfortunately, though, we don't have any Hydro application with our Eula team, so it's going to be kind of rough trying to break the Fire Lecter shield. But because it's the first chamber, it's kind of a non-issue, because you can do it over as many times as you want, no sweat. That's definitely something I can recommend to people maybe struggling in the Abyss, is to make a team for the last chamber of the Abyss and try to 3-star that, and then you kind of work your way backwards rather than having to clear all the way to floor 3 every time only to fail. So kind of work backwards. The deeper you're in, the more time you're going to take. So anyways, back on topic. I was playing pretty sloppily, quite honestly, and it took me a few attempts to get decent time to make up for the fact that I couldn't break the shields very effectively in the second half. So on attempt number 1, we cleared the first half with 8 minutes and 32 seconds remaining. Not super good, but we need to see where we're at in the second half to even know if this is even worth doing with this team. And by the 7-minute mark, we've managed to get the shield down halfway. So with that information, I decide, yep, this is doable, and proceed into my second attempt, where the timer ends up at 8 minutes and 46 seconds. So with the extra time on the clock, we end up getting the shield down very, very close this time, but not quite. So on to the third attempt, where we clear the first half with 9 minutes and 6 seconds on the clock. So we go into the second half with an additional 20 seconds in the bank. And we clear the second half with only 4 seconds left. Yep, wasn't sweating. Everything was fine. I had it from the start. Yep. So from here on out, there's not much more to say. The only real challenge we had was the second half of Chamber 1, since destroying that fire shield was a pain in the butt. So if I have anything else to say, I'll just chip in and I'll give you my thoughts at the end of the Abyss run on YAE MIKO. Yep. Now, you might be wondering why I let myself get hit there. And I too would love to know. Because after having swapped into Diona, I had held E. And then I held E again. And despite that, the shield still didn't go off. So we ended up taking a big chunk of damage that we didn't need to take because of the boopy action queuing that Genshin has. The poor action queuing is also a reason why you'll find a lot of the casters like Ningguang, Lisa's charged attack, super clunky. Like, it requires precise timing for the action to be queued, which can feel pretty bad sometimes because you'll just end up standing there. But I believe this is the first time I've ever had an action queuing issue with Diona's shield, so that's new. Alright, with that concluded, let's talk YAE MIKO. Honestly, I love her design, she looks great. Her performance for a 5-star at C0 is very disappointing, to say the least. When you're pulling for a 5-star, the character should probably be at a state when it's C0, should feel good to play and perform well. And then further constellation should just enhance that experience. But here it's just enhance your experience from kind of middling experience. It's kind of weird because you can just build official and you basically have almost the same performance. And I kind of regret pulling because I had a somewhat leveled official, not fully. But after using her, I feel like I should have just leveled my official instead of pulled with my primos that I saved. Which understandably leaves me with that feeling of great disappointment. And the constellations that really make her excel are all the way to like C6 is where she just becomes a very nice unit, which is not great. At C0, her E, just the damage is very whatever. Her ultimate skill, also damage, is kind of just whatever. And as a sub DPS, I was expecting more. A lot more, honestly. With her being Electro, she has no real supporting reactions to just put her above and beyond, which is also weird because I thought maybe they would do something with the EM scaling, but her EM scaling actually lowers her damage. You're better off just getting attack percent, which is also just kind of why is it like this? To add insult to injury, they don't even add the EM scaling on her ultimate, which is also a head scratcher. Say that you do want to invest in this character and get some constellations. Well, about that, Con 1 is just energy. Yeah. I really hate those cons. It's just reductive game or character design. Rather than just lower their energy cost or give them more particles. It's just reductive. The second con is okay, I guess, yeah. It can boost the damage a bit with the level 4, and the range is nice, so that one, okay, it's not bad. I'd expect that one to be at the C1 position, but here we are. Her gameplay is, as a sub DPS, it doesn't feel like it because you're on the field for way too long. Throwing down your 3 turrets and then ulting so that you get all the lightning strikes, and then those turrets are gone. Fantastic. So then you put them down again. Yeah, not great. It's just way too much field time for someone who's supposed to be sub DPS. And at C0, she's most definitely sub DPS. I tried to make her work as kind of main with like a Sucrose, Bennett, and Sarah, but it was really just, no, it doesn't work. Not at C0, and I imagine not at C2 either. So it's, like I said, C6 or just forget about it. Another reason she's probably not going to be your main DPS is really AI. If you used Goomba, you know that AI can be really stupid. And when you need to kill specific targets, counting on AI to hit the right one, well, good luck with that. At least the range, though, is a lot better than Goomba, so they're hitting something at least. Where Goomba, well, yeah. Coming back to Fischl now, you can have her as a sub DPS, but she can also play the role of main DPS very well as a physical DPS. So, yeah, I don't know. It's kind of, it's really frustrating sometimes with the characters they've been releasing with like Shenhe and stuff like that. They're going more in the way of less flexible, the characters, so it becomes less and less desirable for, I guess, low spenders like myself, or maybe free to play to invest in these new characters, even though they look fantastic and the kits are cool, but it's all locked behind a paywall, a very, very big paywall at that. Anyways, I guess I have my physical DPS shred now, because I didn't have my official build, but yeah, doesn't feel good. I'm disappointed and my day is ruined. That's all I wanted to say about her. Hopefully in the future we'll see some buffs, some changes, especially since it looks like the CN community is pretty upset about her as well. Because, yeah, I mean, they put out all these, they hyped her up, certainly, but they didn't deliver on the hype, honestly, which feels even worse too, so. Anyways, I'm out. Bye-bye. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and maybe you found a super amazing use for a C0 YAE MIKO, but I have not, despite trying different things and just it not being good and satisfying.